Okay, not the result we were looking for. I'm proud of the players, the way they battled. Had some guys go down. Guys gave it all they had, and we came up short. Things you can't do against a good football team and a good defense overall. Um, let's just start field position wise. We beat ourselves from a field position standpoint. Some costly penalties. The turnovers, 3 turnovers. Just look at it overall, and we weren't playing enough complementary football, and we still had a chance to win at the end of the game. But plenty of things we need to work on. So time's yours.
Sean, offensively, obviously the pass rush was great, but they were doing it with four. Is that a little bit of a concern that they were able to get that much pressure with four?
Well, that's how they've built it, and that's what you want to be able to do. We've talked about that a lot, right? I think they had 12 hits on Josh, 8 sacks. It's not a healthy formula right there.
This was the least amount of pressure applied to Texans quarterback this season. Why was it so hard to generate anything for you guys on that side of the ball?
Well, they were doing a good job of staying on schedule at times, getting the ball out of his hand. They do a good job with that. We knew that coming in. Mills throws the ball quickly, and we knew we were going to have to get our hands up to affect him. Thought the effort in the second half by the defense was outstanding. Gave us a chance to win, but the drive before half, the big play, the chunk right there, we got to be better. That was an important drive right there. So overall, we go back to work and continue to push forward here.
On the fourth down play when you went with Cook, Josh said that he felt the play was late coming in and maybe he should have called timeout. Is that the way you saw what happened on that play?
Yeah, I'm usually listening to Joe in terms of, hey, do we need one, do we not? I didn't hear that at that point. I'll talk to Josh and follow up. But that's how it went down.
Sean, I know injuries are part of the game, but at some point, are you throwing your arms up just like, when is it ever going to end, especially for your defense?
Yeah, can't do that. I respect your question, Sal. Can't do that, right? We gotta stay in this thing, man. We grind and we grind it out, and that's what you do. You compete, you sign up. This is what you do, no matter you have no injuries or you have the injuries that we have. I do appreciate, again, like I've said before, guys stepping in tonight. Shaq went in there. Other guys were going down. Some came back, some didn't. Max, did not come back. But like I said, the effort, the will that the guys have, I don't question that one bit. I don't.
That's what I mean. That you throw it up because you get quit. Just like, is it ever going to end? Is what I meant.
Yeah, good question. Good question. No, but we fight. That's what we do. We fight. We battle, and we push forward.
I know you pride yourself on being the more physical team. Did they beat you to that tonight? Were they the more physical team?
Well, when they hit the quarterback 12 times, that's I don't like that. I don't like that stat at all, and it's not a healthy way to play or a healthy way to keep our quarterback healthy through the remainder of the season. So that's just not a good formula right there.
Sean, Khalil had a slow start and then the fumble, obviously, but was able to bounce back and make some big plays. Just how do you evaluate his night overall?
Yeah, he's a heck of a football player. Big part of our team. Made some big plays for us as well. Obviously, he'll want that play back. He's usually sure-handed, and in particular when he's carrying the ball. So I don't know who it was that came in there. It was an underneath cover guy and played with what we call violence and violent hands and violent arms, and made a good play on the ball right there on the tackle.
Sean, the decision to have Keon inactive, was there anything new context-wise for that? Or
Anything new, did you ask?
Anything new?
Nothing new. No, we're just taking it one day at a time right now. Thought he had a better week, and we move forward one day at a time.
Just to clarify, is this an extension of the discipline that you gave to him?
Listen, it was a short week, so we had basically 2.5 days, and you got a game plan and all those types of things. So, but it wasn't that it wasn't thought about. It was just like anything else. But just felt like we went with the guys that like we always do, try and do, unless the situation comes up like it did, go with the guys that give us the best chance every week. Go ahead.
Just one last thing. Offensively, as you're trying to figure things out, and we talked about this going into the game, that is a really good defense. But did it feel like at times that maybe on offense it was a little bit too predictable?
Well, again, when you're not winning first down and you get into second down and long, that's what becomes predictable. And then their D line pins their ears back and they go, and they're built that way for a reason. So and then that's where the hits come. Second down and long, third that turns into third down and long, and again that's the formula, the unhealthy formula I'm talking about. And then Josh takes too many hits, and so we've got to figure that piece out. And I believe in our offensive staff. I believe in our coaching staff overall. I thought the adjustments on the defensive side were really good tonight, going into the second half I'm talking about, and kept us in the game. But again, not enough. Not enough field position, like I said, penalties on special teams. So we just overall, to have those things come up, that combination of areas, and then still have a chance to win the game, says a lot about the effort that the players gave tonight.
Harrison in concussion protocol.
As far as I know, he is. I've not heard that directly from the trainer, though. I just know he was held out of the game.
Okay.
I'm okay. I'll be all right.
Happened there early in the game? You came out, you were down on the field. You're obviously in pain. Can you tell us what happened there?
Just left shoulder, landed on it, and went a little numb on me. We're good.
We knew how good Houston's defense, particularly the guys in the pass rush, was. What were they doing to be so disruptive today with you and the offensive line?
I'll have to watch it on film. I feel like they were doing a few different stunts. They had a good plan, and we gotta play better.
Did they show you something different, Josh, than what was on film? Did they surprise you?
Not necessarily. They just they wanted it today, and we had a chance to win it there at the end, and got to find a way.
What did you see on the final play?
Final play, looking like man, just dropping back and just trying to get it to one of our open guys.
On the fourth down play, it appeared on the sidelines on the TV broadcast that you might have been saying, "What are we doing on that play?" Was there some miscommunication, or were you just not happy with the play? Or?
Just frustration on my part. In a situation like that, probably should have just banged a timeout. Just getting, we got the play in late. Didn't give ourselves a chance there.
How difficult is it to deal with that pass rush? Obviously, taking all those hits. Can you even put into words how it is to get through a game like that? Most sacks of your career.
Yeah, it's not fun. I ran into a couple myself. I got to be better with throwing the ball away and living to see another down and letting us play some situational football and pinning them deep. And too many times I was going backwards, and I got to be better on that.
Do you think you can use the flat more? Throwing the ball, dumping it off like you did to, I think it was Secure, or I think it was
Sure, yeah.
22, 26, and you took off. Was able to Ty Johnson, I'm not sure. Do you think they could have went more on those flat?
Listen,
On the blitz, all of
it's hindsight's 2020. Ultimately, we got to execute, and we didn't do a good enough job of that tonight. Whatever situation, whatever circumstance, we gotta put our head down and find a way there. And on the field, we didn't. That's what it comes down to.
With you say finding a way, but you had so many injuries happening on both sides of the ball. How is it to deal with that as it's happening during the game, and to, like you say, stay focused when kind of everything seems at some point, even the ref got hurt, everything's kind of falling apart.
Yeah, again, had a chance to win it there at the end, so that we did a good job of staying in it. Defense bailed us out at times, and again, we driving the ball on that last drive, and we gotta find a way to get in. We didn't.
What happened on the first interception?
First interception, honestly, he made a really good play. Zero was kind of pushing to the flat, and I saw Elijah for a split second was open. I can try to put the ball a little bit higher. That was just one. I feel like he made a really good play.
With the pressure they were causing, what was it like for you at the line before the snap? Just in terms of coming into the game, you said they didn't do anything exotic, but just in terms of projections and checks, what was the challenge like just facing that group?
It's a good unit. It's a really, statistically, I think they're at the tops in basically everything that you can be the tops, and then they showed that tonight. It's a really good football team.